And now time for a full chart technical analysis with our partner on our show, Sensei Crypto. And now on with the video.
Thank you very much, Martin. Now we're going to look at the technicals of Fisker, ticker symbol FSR. I've already done a few drawings, very minimal. This stock has traded as high as $32. We're not going to see that anytime soon. Where you can hope for the best for FSR is sort of a $10. This is where it IPO'd at and where it's spent some time, and it's come back to, as you can see, in the 6th of November 2020 before it went at two all-time highs, the 14th of May 2021. We traded a lot around it in 2022, and then we started the sell-off. And then this sell-off got very accelerated since October of 2023, and we haven't really caught a break since. That came all the way from $6.30. I can tell you the exact percentage and dates. It came down about 80% in a matter of 50 days. And now it's been 127 days and we're down 90% from a point in 2023. So it is oversold. You look at the RSI down here, it is oversold. It's in that oversold territory all the way under 30. It is right now at 31, but it's been oversold for a very long time. The one trend line you can see here is this downwards trend line. We've hit it once, twice. So if I show it for all the viewers very clearly, there's been one trend line here, and it's been a downward pattern the whole way down. So it's been a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high, sort of a lower low, lower high, and then sort of a lower low. So you can see what's going on here, and then a bit of consolidation, but it was just a lower high, and then you saw this lower low, lower high, and then now you're sort of lower low, lower low. So this structure, there's no reason to believe that this structure won't, that it's going to suddenly reverse and start putting in higher highs, but that doesn't matter. That it still means there's a lot of money to be made along the way. The last high was basically at $2. So what you see here is a downward sloping trend line, and let's see if we've hit this trend line. And yes, we have. We've actually hit it and gone under it for a short amount of time, and now we're back out this trend line. So what I'm looking for here is sort of a bounce. And one thing I have seen on the charts is that, as you can see, there's a low here and a lower low. So just like before, there's a low and a lower low. However, you start looking at the RSI and you see a low and a higher low. You see this low here as well. There's a low, lower low, lower low. This low was the lowest low on the RSI. It was a lower low, and we got a higher low on the RSI, and there was a lower low on the chart, and there was a higher low on the RSI. That is fundamentally technically showing that there's seller exhaustion, and this is what we call bullish divergence in the chart sort of world. And what that means, it does give an indication that we could get a nice pop up. This is on the daily time frame, so this could be ongoing for a month, 2 months, and it could be start of a much longer upwards move. So there could be a way to start strategizing along a buy entry. I do think, obviously, have a look at Martyn's video on the fundamentals. Martyn will probably link it just up here right now. Look at the fundamental analysis. We're looking at the technicals right now. But if you like the fundamentals and you think it's worth more than the market cap currently, which is let me see if I can find it for you guys, 315 million for an electric vehicle company which is producing very affordable cars that are competitive with the Model Y, the Kias, and all those sort of electric cars. It is very cheap for an electric vehicle these days. It's not like Lucid, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a £35,000-40,000 car, which you can actually buy right now. So it's not something silly. But yeah, check out the fundamental analysis. But looking at the technicals, it does look like there could be a trade setup or a long-term buy position at these historical lows. You're basically at all-time lows. Obviously, we had a little pop on Friday, but that's nothing if you sort of zoom out. It's really nothing when you zoom out to last month. What I'm looking for here, because of this bullish divergence, is either adding to a long-term position or or if you wanted more of a short-term position or trading it or something like that, you could take sort of a long position and take your profits at maybe $1.35, which is actually really, really great risk to reward situation. You've got an 167% upside that can happen in a matter of months because you're so oversold and you've got this trade set up with a risk of risk reward ratio of 11.6, which is sort of unheard of. Obviously, you can take profits before, and I'm not giving any financial advice, but this is looking good. This is looking okay for sort of a turnaround and move up, and then you've got targets of sort of $2. Again, we're not going to look at sort of silly targets for now. When we start surpassing those targets, then yes, we can start looking at $4, $6, and eventually $10 if the company turns around. And let's see what they say in the earnings, which again will be linked above. Martyn's going to be covering the earnings this week. So this trade does highly depend on how the earnings go as well. It's going to be volatile, and volatile periods is never sort of the best time to trade. If you can only put in sort of what you're willing to lose. If you're trading with leverage, if you're buying long term, then you can afford to buy 50% now and 50% after if it does come down. But for now, this is all-time lows and it's looking like a nice trade setup. So the charts are looking good. It does give you opportunity to make some money. I'm going to see if there's any comments coming through because this was made during a live video. Nothing at the moment for Fisker. But yes, and there's this moving average, which is the 50-day moving average, which is around $1.24, which could prove some resistance. But the 200-day moving average is around $3.73. So there's not too much resistance in its way to get back up to those 150 levels. And I think it can do that over the next month or two. So yeah, the technicals are looking good. The fundamentals are looking good. I mean, we do like to use alpha spread, which Martyn did use to do his review. Just looking at alpha spread now, it's saying the Wall Street target, the upside here, if you look over here, it's saying 324% upside, which is obviously good to see that the fundamental. That's a very brief look at the sort of the Wall Street targets. I just wanted to show you that quickly and put in the link for alpha spread with Martyn's referral code. It's always in the description if you want to look at the full fundamentals. But yeah, the Wall Street target's $2.50, and that's not impossible. Let's get to $1.20 first, and then we start looking at different targets. But right now, it looks like it might be putting in a bottom. So good luck, everyone, and I'll give it back to Martyn now.
Thank you, Sensei. Absolutely fantastic job as always. Thank you for everything that you do on my channel. Click above my head and find all the links that you need for Sensei, plus all my links to my socials and important links I think you need down below in the description as well. Go and check that out. Over here, more information I think you'll need as well in the series. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.